The caterpillar turning into a butterfly is a great analogy for our civilization. The caterpillar spends its entire life collecting natural resources and growing. That's what we do. You know, we're mining and harvesting and collecting natural resources and using them to build a bigger and bigger and bigger human activity. The caterpillar comes to enough, and that's a kind of, you know, fuzzy concept for human beings, but the caterpillar gets it. When it comes to enough, it's built enough biomass in its own form, it goes into a cocoon and it transforms into something very different. When the butterfly emerges, it's beautiful, which represents this ability to enjoy living. It lives very lightly, it sips the nectar of flowers, and its purpose is the well-being of the next generation. So that's what we need to do as a society. We've had our growth phase, we're a little overweight, but if we start to, you know, look for satisfaction in what we do with life, we, you know, live lightly, just get, you know, take what we need but not no more, and then manage the world with respect to what our grandchildren and grandchildren are going to need. That's the transformation. And I've told that story often in the talks I do around my book, and I've had 3 occasions where students studying metamorphosis at the cellular level added to the story in really interesting ways. The first person explained that the first cells of the butterfly that become caterpillar, the first cells of the caterpillar that become butterfly are actually attacked by the immune system of the caterpillar. You know, something's going on, it's not feeling so well, and it tries to keep things the way they are. And this is what happens often to people who realize, wow, we need to change, and they start changing their lives, and people look at them and say, you know, why are you doing that? You know, you should just earn more money and spend it, and, you know, we'll be fine. The second student was about a year later, said to us that after a bunch of the caterpillars become butterfly, the imaginal cells, they call them, bond together to make a presence that's resistant to the immune system of the caterpillar. You know, it doesn't, it's okay, it's independent of that. The caterpillar can try to change it, but it has no more influence. And that's where a group of people have realized that yes, we need to change what's going on, and society can tell them, just earn and spend more money, and you know, why are you doing that? You know, we're okay. We know what we're doing, we are reinforced by each other's presence here, and we're just going to go ahead and work on this transformation. The third person, who was several years after that, explained to us that once enough of the butterfly has been formed, then all the rest of the caterpillar turns fluid and flows into the form of the butterfly. So that's where it's become so clear that this transformation is necessary, and that it's possible to do it in these various ways that people have been pioneering. And then the wealth and the talent and the, you know, equipment of society can turn its focus towards making the change happen, and those resources will flow into the new social form. And within 10 years of that threshold having been reached, we won't have to worry for the well-being of our grandchildren.